was rough. It was hard. We're gonna be seeing a bit of a repeat. I mean, Gengur is fresh off the oven, from this matchup. So Beastly will have, might have a bit of a tough time in this upcoming set.
Yep. Gengur, just saying it's another Zetterburn I gotta deal with, but it's Beastly instead, who brought Game 5 to the current one in Winterside Mystery Soul, current #1 seed for a damn good reason. Let's see what Gengur can make in the adjustment games, saying that this Zetterburn may play a little bit different, but some of the game plans like that remain the exact same and hold up. Whoa, let's not get overextending here because we saw what happened last time on the Zetterburn overextends against a Clairen.
It's fine. Beastly is built different. He doesn't care. Look at him just adding extra pressure, adding fire to the ledge to make sure that Gengur struggles a little bit, or at least thinks twice before just hopping back onto the stage. I love the pressure that Beastly is putting out. Not really overextending that much unless like he wants to go off stage.
Oh, yikes.
But just like that, down strong to chase him down and finish off that first stock with only 30% to his name.
At least if you're Clairen, the copium is that, well, I wanted lower percents anyway, so I can get my combo sequences down. So I can lead to a nice little back throw into a forward strong moment that still just kind of catches everyone off by surprise. But hold up, Beastly getting a nice free combo, nice little moonwalk sequences. I'm loving the movement that I'm seeing on display from both of these players. Shows that confidence, but a run-up parry, not punished that hard though. So I guess it works out for now.
However, you have to keep into consideration that Beastly has not lost that first stock, so that means that he can still innovate. He can still get creative in terms of how to deal damage, how to extend the small lead that he still holds. Lots of pressure from Gengur, but still to no avail, because that stock is not being taken.
Yikes.
That was kind of weird, but I mean, we take it. Great down strong from Gengur to cover every single option, whether he landed on the left or the right. That was covered, and the timing was just perfect too.
I think the reason why it connected was because Beastly did down air and just extended his hands down.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. Got caught reaching into the cookie jar for too
Adios.
long, and purple screen, purple death, no chance of life. No DI ain't gonna save you there at Beastly. Doing so well in this game #1 as we continue down on more and more.
The pressure is still on. Zetterburn has not let Clairen feel comfortable at any single second. The ledge is his. He wants to challenge off stage as well, which is scary to some degree. Maybe a little risky for a Zetterburn, but in order to get maximum damage, in order to get maximum flair, that is very well allowed to happen.
And chasing Gengur down.
Wow.
Gets the game just like that. All of a sudden, I think the worst part for Gengur is you have to get ready for a different playstyle, but it's the same character. So all of a sudden, you got to be thinking a different game plan, not letting the muscle memory get in the way of the set you just played.
I 100% agree with you. Now that we're moving into Godai Delta, those platforms will certainly allow Zetterburn to also shine for a little bit longer. But this is the counterpick from Gengur, so that means that he wants to use the height of those platforms to basically chase him down, to condition him. Every time he lands on the platform, Gengur will be, or at least attempt to be ready to punish, to maximize damage. And look at Beastly go, just challenging with those shines, being ready for the tech, because I mean, super scary being off stage against either of these opponents.
Gets a nice little tipper, both of them connected actually after the dash attack. Great down tilt, continuing on with Plasma Echo as well, but the edge can still come into play. Gengur! Huge stock taken.
Just like that, pressure is on, taking advantage of the platforms once again. Gengur is not scared to go in, wants to challenge every time, every opportunity he gets. Going
What
a
a
little too low,
recovery!
but that was absolutely insane and allowed Gengur actually to bring it back into his favor, holding that ledge on the right side, knowing that Beastly has to innovate in order to recover back safely.
Great stuff by Beastly being able to actually DI correctly on a surprise little throw. But the fair, not able to take it just yet, no marker. Great shine spike attempt, but Gengur is alive, a great catch by Beastly. 60% on this Lion. But once again, the Dacus is such a good neutral tool that you're able to just kind of keep on nice footing. And once again, Beastly. Great stuff by Gengur, however, being able to strike back hard and gets the strong afterwards. Lands the bear tipper as well. The plasma is burning hotter than fire that Beastly can do, but you're able to survive this storm and instead retaliates with a down strong of their own.
Beastly extremely aggressive, not really letting Gengur
Shark Spike.
get away. Still, the recovery is effective, but only to come back into more damage.
There. Oh, it's Tempest! It didn't catch a jump, though.
Not quite. Gengur still alive, struggling here to get something done to recover back into the stage.
And is able to find it with the up special, the recovery. Both of them swinging and missing, but the down tilt does land. Reactions towards strong. Wasn't able to find a tipper, however, which is really interesting. But instead, Gengur trying to execute great usage of the shine to stall a little bit in the air. But I think you're a little too deep.
He's fine.
But no, what?
Making sure to use the wall jump there to recover safely. That is uncomfortable for Gengur. Recovery will be dicey. He's just being extremely careful. Challenges with a forward tilt and gets that stock. He's not too far behind, wishing that parry would have connected. That would have started something good for Beastly, but he only has to wait a little bit longer. Love the way that he stalled in the air, and these low percentage chase downs could be impressive. However, Gengur is not falling for those parries.
Yeah, it's not working out, but a great tech. Gets it again. That went right through his body! It went through his head! It went through his head. But of course, it's against a Zetterburn. There's no brain there, so there's nothing lethal. There's no damage.
Say it louder. All right, the parry finally connects.
Oh!
This gives Beastly a good opportunity to challenge once again to keep Gengur off stage. Love the way those conversions on low percent just deal so much damage, but the same is kind of true for Clairen. At least 30% dealt, and Gengur, Beastly is really not slowing down on his aggression.
Yeah, you can't, especially if you're Zetterburn. As soon as you start playing at Clairen's pace, it's all over.
Right.
Don't let them lead in this deadly dance for two. As Beastly gets the nice little there, overextends a tiny bit, but the backer doesn't land, tries to go for it all with the forward strong. It's going to be in air. Great stuff by Gengur, doing a nice little damage, and almost lands it. Gets the jabs instead. Beastly trapped in this corner, escapes, and reversals the situation.
Yeah, a costly mistake from Gengur's execution. You could tell also in his body language how he disapproved of that decision, but he's fine. He needs to recollect himself. This could be his last opportunity. Beastly looking mighty fine in this, what could be Gengur's last game of the set, unless he finds something that works out in his favor. Jules fail is the place where this will be disputed.
I'm still reeling behind the fact that Beastly was able to get to Merchant Port in game number 1. I still don't understand like the logic behind that one, because I bet you Clairen does fine, but you're giving it to a Zetterburn of all characters. And now all of a sudden you got to pay for your sins. 0-2. Gengur still got a chance. Still got plenty of fire left and plenty of fight. But we'll see how it works out on here. As once again, Gengur's trapped on there, going for a ledge hog attempt. Instead, won't be able to get it. Nice little cyber slice.
Look at Gengur go, just adding lots of pressure, going all the way down. Not getting the spike, at least not the aggressive one, not the lethal one, but the one enough to keep on racking damage. Gotta be mindful here, because this is deadly percent. He's fishing for that forward strong, not quite getting it. We have two platforms now, so you gotta be super careful. Look at Beastly just bounce him around with his shine. That's impressive, and that's actually quite good to slowly bring back for this deficit that he's currently in.
Comes rocketing down, it works! Once again, Beastly gets the shine spike. Is it gonna be enough? No. But instead, it's gonna be the up strong, and wasn't ready for that. Oh my goodness. And all of a sudden, Beastly, the momentum in the favor. Great empty hop by Gengur, and finally finishes it.
Yeah, finally, he needed that. He needed that. Hey, okay, but that's going to cost him a parry. So that means that
They ran after each other.
It was luckily not as bad as it could have been after that parry. Honestly, Beasley dropped the aggression there just enough, but it matters not because he will pick it right back up. Look at him go, trying for the angles, trying to catch him in a ledge hog situation, but it's not quite enough. But the damage is still super high against Gengur.
Staying alive, 2 weeks into the fair, will lead to a combo, but not death, but that one surely will.
Yikes.
Being able to get consistent kills like that is what makes Beastly such a good player. Yes. A little on the nose, but you're damn right.
Sorry about that.
You're damn right, sir.
I needed it. Last stock for Gengur. This is do or die, and it's looking quite grim, at least in terms of percentages. Beastly absolutely has lapped Gengur so far. It's not looking pretty. The pressure still on. Gengur still fighting, but still hard to breathe against Zetterburn so aggressive like Beastly's.
And nice chase down, but we need a finisher. Laser slice not good enough. Neither was the Nair. Trying to find some way to finish this edge guard sequence. We've seen how well Gengur can do it, but just escapes. Lands the parry, but it doesn't land. Once again gets away with it. And the Plasma Echo not connecting. Great chase down by Beastly. And secures the 3-0.
Great stuff from the Zetterburn main. Looking phenomenal for this grand finals that's coming up ahead. Mystery Soul has been waiting for a while. We're going to be seeing a repeat, I do believe, because they did, that was the beginning of top 4, right?
Yes.
Am I wrong? Okay. So Beastly has yet another opportunity to prove his mettle, to try to take this tournament back. It's going to be hard, but I think he has what he needs in order to do it.
Still got a chance. It was a game 5 last time.
See?
But at the same time, keep in mind for Beastly, got to win 2 sets. Best of 5.